Hey all, if you've joined St. Luke's over the last, 10 years or so, you've probably come through our Coffee with the Pastor and heard me talk about my experience, really my first experience making a pledge to a church. It was really when I came to St. Luke's, was when I made my first pledge. I came as a youth pastor way back, I won't tell you the year. I came out of seminary believing I needed to tithe, give 10% of my income. Whatever that was, I was going to give 10% to the church, and I believed that somehow if I did that, then there would just be enough for everything else. And so when we got here, I found out what my new salary was going to be. I decided it was going to be 10%. It came time for our generosity campaign, and I filled out my card and put the amount on there that I was going to give every week so that I would be giving 10% of my income. And the very first week I did it, and I was so proud, I wrote the check. In those days, we passed the plate across the front of the chancel with the pastors there, and I put my check in. I was pumped. But the second week was right before payday, and I didn't have enough money left in the account to put the check in, and I decided it wouldn't be smart to bounce a check. And so I waited, and then the next week I put 2 weeks worth in. And that led to a situation where I ran out of money before the end of the month. And that was not a good situation. And so I would kind of, wait and see. I was going to make it up the next week and all of that. And I got so far behind on my pledge. Truth was, I just quit giving altogether. I quit putting anything in the plate, and every time that plate would come by, it was like somebody stuck a knife in me and twisted it, because I just felt so bad that I wasn't living up to the commitment I'd made. And so finally, after months of that, I went to see our senior pastor. Dr. Walter Underwood was his name. And I said, you probably already know this, as if he was watching my pledge, but he wasn't. But I said, you probably know this, but I'm so far behind in my pledge, and it's just terrible. And I'm so sorry, and I don't know what to do. And he said, I want you to go get your pledge card from Charlotte Allen. She was the financial secretary, and get it from her and bring it to me. So I went to Ms. Allen, and her eyes got big, like, oh man, you must be in trouble. So I got my pledge card and took it to him, and he just tore it up in front of me. And he said, you have completely misunderstood everything about giving and pledging. He said, it's a joy and a privilege. It's not this huge obligation. So I want you to go home and you and Dee to pray about it, and you choose a percentage that you can give joyfully. And we started with 1/2 of 1%. He said, you pick an amount that you can give joyfully, not that it's crushing you, but that you can give joyfully. And he said, what will happen is you'll give that every month, every week, and it will be a joyful experience. And when you reach the end of the year and we're ready to do it again next year, you won't think to yourself, how much do I have to give? You'll think, how much can I give? Because it will have been such a joyful experience for you. And so that's what we did. And every year we've tried to increase that giving. Every year I try and take a step. There have been a few years where we've had to either hold or move back, particularly when we were younger. But we always have been trying to grow and grow and grow and grow and move forward on our giving, because it's such a wonderful, joyous thing to do and be a part of it. And so rather than think about, like, what am I supposed to do, or what do I have to do, or what am I obligated to do, think about, what do I get to do? And find something that you can do joyfully, and then be in the process of constantly growing in that, because it will make such a difference for you to experience just the joy of giving and supporting the work of the church, feeling like you're a part of it, feeling like you have those open hands that are ready to both give and to receive God's blessings for you.